or good afternoon. So used to doing things in the morning. I promised a Cancer reading since yesterday, and I was supposed to be doing Sagittarius. I don't know if Sagittarius is gonna happen, but Cancer, we are here for you. Okay. I had such a long coffee, tea, and chit chat this morning over there on my Facebook. We had so much fun playing with papers and whatnot. Now there's an app called Whatnot. We even talked about Whatnot a little bit. Alright. Hello, everyone. Hello. Yeah, that's what's up. Love that music. I am Oracle Unicorn. Welcome. This is a welcome to Shaman Com Messages. This is a general reading for our Cancers. Please keep in mind this is a general reading. If you would like a personal reading, you may email me and I'll get together with you about that when it comes to having a personal reading tailored to your own energy specifically. This is for entertainment purposes only, so please do not say I told you to do anything. You took it upon yourself to make the decision to do whatever it is you did by watching a video. Okay, let's get real here. Okay, all right. So this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon rising and Venus signs as my videos do cross connect with each other. If you do not know your moon rising and Venus signs, audio is super low. Thank you for letting me know. It's probably because of my headphones. And I tend to have issues with that sometimes here and there. So I'll do as best I can, and I'm sorry for that. I don't know. Here, let's turn off the. And alright. I wonder if that helps. Does that help? Is that better? I hope that's better. Either way. So we're just going to go ahead and go with that and go with it. And move forward from there because maybe it might be my headphones. I noticed my headphones were being a bit finicky when I started doing this, when I connected them to my phone. So it may actually just be my headphones. Sometimes it's better with the headphones, sometimes it's not. So we're just going to try it from here. All right. Take what resonates, leave the rest, put some things in your back pocket. You never know, you might need it for later. Be sure to check your moon rising and Venus signs as my videos do cross connect with each other. If you do not know your signs of your zodiac or of your chart, the signs of your chart, you can go to astrologycafe.com and you will be able to find that. You do have to know the time of your birth though, so that does help make it more accurate. All right, further ado, here we go, Cancers. What message do we have for our dear Cancers? If you would like to donate to the channel and keep it going, since how I have a hard time holding a regular job as this anyway. This is what I do. I have Cash App and I have PayPal at Oracle Unicorn number 8 when it comes to Cash App, at Oracle Unicorn when it comes to PayPal. Cash App Oracle Unicorn 8. If you would like to message me when it comes to a personal reading, you can email me oracleunicorn13@gmail.com. If you do not remember this information, it is in the description box. Thank you so much. Cancers, you are heavy in your strength. You're doing amazing. Okay. You're a little bit nervous about something. It's probably collaborations. You're going to be doing collaborations with someone. Are you doing collabs? Look at that. There's a little bit of mourning. Having to walk away from something that you were supposed to be doing collabs about. It looks like you could be working and coming more together with a Leo. You're going to be helping this Leo. I feel like with you being a Cancer, you're going to help people with their emotional balance a lot. There's a little bit of this behind the scenes. You're kind of seeing certain things that, you're practicing your healing art on this person. It's very interesting. Within yourself, and you're actually seeing results in the way you're going about it now. Like the way you used to go about it was a little bit heavy. It was a little bit too much to the point to where people would just put up a brick wall. Now it's almost like you're more graceful about it because you realize you were triggering brick walls. And with the understanding of triggering brick walls, you actually wanted to move forward in this work. So now you're learning how not to trigger that brick wall so that you may be able to grant things more on an advice type level or like a suggestion type level instead of like, oh, this is just a suggestion. Trying to tell people how to feel and how to think. You're kind of like gradually giving the information, whether they take it off the table or not. You're just understanding how to be able to put it on the table more in a compassionate way. Hello. Apparently, you are. As we have the devil here, you are definitely the devil. We have clarifications upon that. You should probably hurry up and leave before everyone finds out. Anyway, Cancers, this is your reading. Like, freaking trolls, man. They'll get their karma, right? We already have a lot of these vibrational shifts going on as it is anyway. So the fact that people want to sit here and use Jesus as a blasphemous way to down tear people, it's really going to start revealing itself, including when it comes to churches doing this as well and turning a blind eye to those that are of um, needs. Um, and you're seeing this, Cancer. You're seeing how the dual effects of this is really happening. If you were a religious person, you're becoming more spiritual no matter how it is or which direction you're going with this. If you were more of a spiritual person, but you were confused on a religious kind of grounding sense, then you are understanding how the way you sit here and project and shove a Bible down someone's throat is literally being the most hypocritical person in this world and not even following the lessons of Jesus. So you're actually seeing how much more damage and trauma that actually does to people than to sit here and actually say you're saving souls. You're actually causing more confliction within people's souls because now they feel like they have to change everything they were born naturally being just to try to appease religious structural perspective. And that actually causes more soul damage than it really does save the soul. But hey, you Cancers understand a lot better when it comes to having more emotional balance with an intellectual understanding as well. So, a beautiful example, I would say, since how we are financing abuse and Cancers, you're definitely seeing this too. It's okay to talk about these things because the less we talk about it, the less we point it out what happens. It becomes somehow normal to do that, and it's becoming popularized to hurt people like in such a way. This is why I call that blasphemy. That is blasphemizing Jesus' name. So now you Cancers are going to be able to word that a lot better without it being so cutting from an Aquarian. Yeah, it's starting to make more sense, isn't it, Cancer? I am very much an Aquarius. And I will take that sword and I will go whoop, whoop, whoop. You really think you know about Jesus, huh? You might want to go back to your Bible because ye shouldn't judge ye be judged. However, I don't sit there and read that thing every day. I ain't got that shit. Like, and it also says in there, do not judge the journey I asked them to walk. Like, do not judge, yeah, the road I asked them to walk. But like, these you be judged. So one of those things I keep with me, and I feel like that's a huge balancing act of emotions and connections, especially when it comes to Cancers are very much tapped in to soul, like emotional intelligence in life. Like your emotions and understandings of the emotions and triggers are so important. This is why when someone has your zodiac in their north node, they go through hell and back. And some of you Cancers completely understand what that is. And you feel and have always been told in your life you are too sensitive, or you're too that, or you're this, or you're not enough of this, or you're not enough of that. You're really starting to see and realize that that is a way to keep you from understanding your own triggers of your emotions, so that it makes it easier to poke at. I mean, look at all these trolls. I mean, prime example, Cancer. It's not that they're here. You're going to understand everything's there for a reason, and it's okay to really actually use that as a way to bring your spotlight back to the work you do. So you see yourself as being triggered. And what I'm here to say, Cancer, is that's by far not even correct. The only reason there is even a button there is because it's something unitingly that's harmful, and yet people use something that's supposed to be positive, healthy, and healing as a way to tell someone they're unworthy of a life, or they have a horrible life because of who they are and the way their higher power actually even made them to be. I mean, if you listen to their preaching, they're always saying that everything about you is nothing but sin, but yet you're made so perfect in the image of God. I mean, in my opinion, this is very contradictory. And to sit here and use this and religion and something that's supposed to be so positive and uplifting as a way to hurt and down tear people, and to make them feel they're inadequate to have a happy life just because of the way they were born, you're going to be able to learn how to have those words and use those words to be able to cut down any manipulation and verbal abuse. And you're going to teach many others how to be able to do it with a smile on your face. So thank you, Cancers, because obviously you're here for a freaking heck of a reason, and I am so thankful for how emotionally intricate y'all really are. So let's move forward, Cancer, because you definitely do have the Devil card here, but you got the Lovers card right in with it. With Strength and the Sun, you have so many high arcanas here that you are in a grounded foundation of a very important and valuable hidden project. And it's hidden because it's your baby. It's like something that's very close to your heart, that if someone messes with it, it takes you out of your emotional element and you really stand up for it, okay? Um, this is why I see you have the High Priestess back here. This is exactly why I see you have the Seven of Cups. Beautiful, okay? This I see when it comes to your collaborations, you are a bit nervous because this is something very close to your heart. And if they go to try to play with it in any sort of way, you're going to let them have it. You're going to tell them your mind, Cancer, and go for it, all right? You do have the Eight of Swords, feeling bound by a Two of Cups, something that's kind of has some sort of addictive nature. I can see that balancing out more than what you maybe see it is. I also feel that's another hidden element in your unfoldment of your life. Okay, so Two of Cups with the Lover's energy, these are also matched hidden energies. Um, the further and the more we go through the zodiacs, and I'm able to put them up, the more we'll see which other zodiac will also mirror out this type of energy. I find this very amusing. So, this is for entertainment purposes only. If you don't like it, please be respectful and freaking leave. Why waste your time watching something you don't even like? Thank you, narcissists. Like, I don't care what y'all think. Like, why are you here if you don't care what I have to say? Like, that's what makes you a narcissist. That's what makes you an abuser. Duh. Seven of Pentacles. So there is something you are going to be letting go or allowing it to have this energy of rest. I do feel an energy of rest. But you also have, yeah, I did see that rest. Okay. You also have someone else that there's this sabotaging energy. You already know. You do good at really keeping yourself looking forward and not allowing it to really hold you back. You may not give yourself that much credit because you feel like you have sat here and turned around and been like, blah, blah, blah. Well, in a way, yeah, but that shows you how much you are, willing to stand up for yourself. Practice, always improves. Practicing being able to do it in a more intellectual, hard cutting tongue, because we're all getting to the point to where we're not going to turn a blind eye seeing how all these people like to be hypocrites and preach about being a hypocrite. Pretty much. Or else why you here? Point blank. So let's go into some clarifications, Cancer. Let's see. Ancestors, your dog protects you all the time from spiritual attacks. You have a very big, dark dog that protects you from many spiritual attacks. Yes. You have a very, you do, hello and welcome. Thank you for being polite. Um, let's see. You do have a dark, I would say, ancient, I don't know, quite primordial. It might touch on that, but it's almost like a touch. You have a dark god for very heavy art that is not meant for you to play in. Sometimes I swear I think you should just for protection. It's saying here no. You actually don't. You have a wild card for this. You have ancestors taking care of it for you so that you don't have to go into building bonds because they don't want you in that direction. Um, they said that you already have those bonds, and it's for very specific reasons because of you staying dedicated and true to your very hard, difficult road. Like you chose the road that they are like set themselves to enter into your life as guides because of the very road you picked. And so you actually don't have to do any art or work towards keeping those guides there or even creating those guides to be there. Like you didn't do any kind of like dark work or anything. They're literally there because those guides made a decision that this is part of this specific part of your journey for them to be there so that they actually want you to keep moving forward because it helps the huge shift with everyone. Like you are going to be changing perspectives of people on a very positive note. I'm a Sagittarius and he's a Leo. Wow, that's beautiful. Y'all fiery, fiery. But this is Cancer, and then Sagittarius will be after this, but that's cool you were even able to pick this up in this reading. Um, that is a good message for you to even be able to get that out of this Cancer reading. One of you may have North Node in Cancer, and that is about emotional maturity in relationships. So, especially with y'all having a very fiery duo dynamic there. Oh, thank you. Much love. Okay, so there is this element of cage. I feel like whoever it is that was trying to sabotage you is definitely going to end up getting found out. It could be someone literally that was doing some straight up sorcery in all the wrong ways. This is why you felt. I see why you felt like you thought you may had to, but no. I'm definitely here to let you know, Cancer, that is not your road to play in because they already have it set up for you with higher tier activation, which then in result activates them. So you don't even have to go and pull ties into them. That's why. Because you've activated the current, the current that everyone of high awareness is connected to, you've activated that current on a new level. It's and it so it jumps you quite a few tiers. And when you jump tiers like that, um, certain other spiritual energy things kind of like get amused and kind of want to watch. And if you are already of a higher current, that current actually ends up like being in awe of the higher currents. Some of you are going to understand that. Others of you are going to be like, what the hell is, what is that? It's, it's currents of deity created functions of vibrational, like the brain can create anything. This is why we have a matrix system. This is why people even say when it comes to manifestation, but also on top of that, there's just certain things that are just fated to happen. Oh, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Thank you for liking my tattoos. All right. And this is exactly why you don't have to go down a specific magical current to get the protection you got, because you activated that protection through activation of higher currents. And those higher currents of guides are actually bosses of these other current guides. And these other current guides, if they're that curious, they have to um enact an energy of like no one can pass unless you've hit the current. And that's why. So it's like their natural job to have to like keep that shit away. But that's one of their things. That's exactly why you don't have to do anything. Because they're like, okay, so the higher currents are almost like paladins and like PIs. And then these other currents, even though they're dark guides, they're like ancestral, like bloodline guides. They've been in your family bloodline for a long time. They are like your gangster guides. Okay, so you got your mobsters and you got your gangsters and you've got your PIs. So you're at PI level. You're the way you ride currents and activate fluctuation of vibrations, you're like PI level. So all these other like gangster entities or spiritual like attachments, however that could happen, it's it's non and void because they're not allowed to go past the guardians of those currents. And that's wherein lies how you can fully understand your own justice in this matter. And you're just like looking back, like, oh, this is why it's like not worth my attention. Right, Cancer. So that's actually going to relieve a lot of emotional load off of you completely. And you're going to see it extremely clearly. And then it's going to give you a lot more options. But when you get to that bridge, it's not going to seem like options because you're already going to know the direction. It's just going to hit you like going forward because you do have the levers in decision making. It's a very important decision of your heart, but also some of you, yes, this is relationship wise, okay? So this is going to show you decisions and options relating to revealing this love and connection, bringing the love and connection that you could be feeling bounded from. Okay. With the sun, this is being shown. Um, Absolutely gorgeous. You have help, like actual people in the hidden shadows, like ninjas. Okay, I'm gonna call them hidden ninjas and samurais. You actually have hidden ninja and samurai type people, not guides, not entities. You actually have hidden a underground support team that I feel also are going through all these options for you and helping you to be able to move forward without falling into a cup that leads to nowhere. And uh like one of them did not want you to know, But we're just gonna keep rolling forward. Playing solitaire. I mean, you can. Tarot cards always sometimes is fun playing solitary with. Natural disaster. Okay, you will be winning over this natural disaster. Some of you, this could be some sort of court energy tied to the states. Um, Someone is not happy they're losing because you are so winning. And then there's a revelation about this tower because some of these people are really going to have to make a decision about you, with also having the justice card here and the Five of Pentacles being left out in the cold behind the scenes. Some of you really like, there was something going on completely behind your back that is excruciating illegal, because you should have actually been a part of this and known what was going on during the process of this. And one of the huge natural disasters of actually completely winning this whole situation, however that be, okay? You're just going to know in your own spiritual team and heart. Oh, you got the unicorn card. That's cute. Unicorn, cocoon. Um, you're coming out of your cocoon stage and no longer judging yourself and allowing yourself to enter into your own unicorn like sense of self. Seeing yourself as, yeah, you are unique and you are cool just the way you are. It doesn't matter how weird people think you are. Like, I'm not even using my headphones, but I love just wearing my headphones. I wear my headphones out around. If I forget about my headphones, it's because I have something so much going on in my brain. I literally like can't believe I just forgot my headphones. Like, just my headphones are a part of. It's like at the shaman anime, Shaman King anime, just like that. Everywhere with his headphones, and he's not even using his headphones, but they're there. I was like, yeah, that part. So there's judgment on certain principles. You're going to be strengthening a lot of your principles. Um, you are seeing there's some sort of harmful intent that is being turned around on a 180. This could also be involving a water sign for some of you. This involves a Scorpio. We're talking about ocean, we're talking about deep emotional currents. They definitely had harmful intent for you. You're going to be finding out a lot of this. It definitely turned 180 on them. Yeah, and everything will be okay. I see everything going. I would say that everything definitely is going to be okay on your end. I'm curious about this unicorn cuckoo thing. That amused me. With Two of Cups, authority. Oh, authority totally sees your side. This is unbelievable. That's so wild. Cancer, what beautiful. See, I got Cancer in my North Node, so this is all in my um emotional maturities of life and moving into like a heightened unification of self. So this is really cool. Being able to let go of certain things that were just off, felt like holding you back, trying to take you off course. You're hitting it. Your practice is amazing. Okay, um, I know sometimes you're hard on yourself about the way like you get triggered and then you go and stand up for yourself. You're really going to practice makes perfect. Turn it into something that triggers a laugh in people, almost like a nervous laugh, and still makes them think about it. Because when you completely take it out of the equation, it how are we gonna keep an awareness about it and change for it if we just kick it out of its awareness function? If we're repeating it, if us, I mean, if us, healers and lighteners, however you want to see yourself, uh, keep repeating it. Obviously, it's something that we really need as a collective, unified human race or human uh, build and collecting within each other, being united and not divided. obviously it still needs to be worked on, does it not? I mean, we wouldn't repeat it if it didn't need to be worked on. So, and sometimes people just want you to block them because they can't even handle themselves. Something I thought, isn't this why we put children in timeout, because they just can't control themselves and love and enjoy hurting other people? And when you grow up into an adult that does that, that just enjoys hurting other people, this is why we have jails. This is why we have prisons. We don't use this stuff correctly at all. I would love to see this actually be real functions. All right, Cancer. There is a haunted element, hangman, waiting when it comes to divine masculine. Haunted about behind the scenes things, something that was hidden behind the scenes. Haunted about it. Letting go, though. Off letting go. Like, there was some sort of an obsession about this. My goodness. Felt like they had to protect something. Like, felt like it was their job to protect something. I feel like you're gonna understand what that is. You may end up like letting that go, or the other person's going to let this go for you, but you may end up like going, "Oh, my bad. This one isn't even that important to me. Here you go." That's exactly how you're gonna. Cancer, you're great. Um, because certain things can just be so sensitive to you, as other things you're going, "Oh, well, this was just dead weight. Why you waited so long to ask me for this? Here, please take it." You cancers are fucking funny. Oh my goodness, excuse my language, but dang, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. You're like, "What? You were haunted over this? Dang, you should have talked to me sooner." That's awesome. Okay. Caution about the uncomfortabilities. Okay, you're gonna go about it maybe a little bit emotionally graceful, because this person, you may know this person is very sensitive and may get triggered. That's awesome. Eight of Pentacles. This is also involving your work. There's something about this little thing, a part of your work. You're like, "Oh, here, let me fix that." It's like nothing to me. Okay. I love it. All right, Cancers. What other message do we have? Ocean enemy. Be wary about some sort of overseas enemy, possibly relating to your work. You don't have to do too much in it. Just kind of, it's like a keep in mind, and then you're observant over synchronicities and messages. Okay, it's really what that kind of, when stuff like that comes out, is really all it's about. You did get the Lovers again. Involvement tied to ice. So you could be having a serious decision. What are we on? Okay, we're definitely not on Gemini. Well, yeah, ice, involvement. Oh man, this could be someone's person involved with ice, food, actions, and you're finding out the truth about certain things. Oh man. You're wondering whether to speak up about it because you got awareness about something that's hidden, secrets. You know about certain secrets. You want to know how to go about revealing certain secrets. You may go anonymous way. Oh man. okay, you're gonna be Anonymous Joker or the Riddler. Kind of like, riddle me this as an Anonymous because you have to. You could get hung up bad. I see that. Flood actions of death. There could be an actions of certain a flood and of actions of family death. Okay. It's gonna be an listen, watching children break up Norway. Bad. Divine feminine is good. Huh. We entering into a anti-villain era, aren't we? We're going into an anti-villain era where people are just going to end up being a persona to keep themselves protected. Anti-villain. Just to speak out truths. Yeah, for fulfillment for everyone. You know it's just going to include you, as this comes out and we start shifting into doing things that are better for us. Test of loyalty, Mexico, vulnerable water. Right, okay. High Priestess Canada sitting within about themselves. Alright, we got some papers. Y'all just need some papers. Alright, Cancer. Your guides, your dark ancestors, what do they write? 2 or 3 to your right. So what I said about them is right, but there's 2 or 3 of them. They want you to know there's like 2 or 3 of them to your right. The wild card medium propaganda observer. So observer is trying to create someone to look like they're just a propaganda against the government, or a propaganda against to make them look like they're just trying to sabotage the United States or something, or that they're some sort of spy. Like, this person is so obsessed. They're trying to create some sort of off the wall story that anyone and everyone could possibly believe in to turn you into this, like, has been. It's hilarious, okay? Like, I don't see it really working. Many. Oh my gosh, many. You do have a church energy over here. I mean, no wonder maybe we have a bunch of Jesus people sitting here attacking people on YouTube. Oh, because of a warehouse. So what are you doing at this warehouse with this church here? Take what resonates, leave the rest. Put some things in your back pocket. And this is for entertainment purposes only. This is talking about Central America. Having a meeting relating to a high school. Manifested. Happy new family death. My gosh, you got family death all over this, Cancer. My condolences. Like when it was like a flood actions of family death. I can't imagine what you know, because it clarified it out here with random ass papers. Like a unicorn authority, save you. Ask them why. Out. Stop. Uncomfortable. Caution. about a wreck. Perfect. Green. Leaving. Money. Ice involvement. Oh, I dropped that paper. I need to get that. Okay. Show girl. Alright, Cancers. How much are you involved in Oracle Unicorn Show? Okay, we're gonna leave that like that the way it is. TV. Judgment when it comes to renewal purposes. 12 principles. It will be okay. Tied to a pond. 6. Thumbnail moon. Under the thumbnail moon. TikTok flood. Hidden father. Hot. Facebook lights, Facebook lights. 14. Wait. Full. Disney. Half cycle blood. Ego. 3. Life. Woman. Boy. Baby. 2. Attic. Fake. Not sure yet. Homeless. Safe. Stolen. Heart. Sounds like a love story. Heart, ant. The mind, 1. Alright. So, Cancers, that is what I have for you right now. That is heavy, a little bit intense, a little bit short. But you got your papers. Alright. I'm going to leave that there. That is wow. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And Sagittarius will be next. Then we have Leo, and then we have Aquarius. Leo and Aquarius will probably be tomorrow. Sagittarius maybe be this evening. I'm not sure. I may be doing Sagittarius tomorrow, and Aquarius may end up the day after tomorrow. Alright. Hope y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for being here. And if you would like a personal reading tailored to specifically only your reading, email me at oracleunicorn13@gmail.com, and I will get with you there. Bye.